afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Tavian's World of Reptiles. I hope you guys are all healthy and good. I'm feeling a bit better today myself. And I want to take a moment to address something that's really starting to irk me about the pet tube community. There's a lot of people out there that seem to feel like they are the internet pet animal police, and they're just going from pet tuber to pet tuber, just ripping them apart about any little thing, and it's really just getting to be too much. Like, I am all about calling people out on things that might be hurting their animals. If they're doing something that you know is unhealthy for their animals, I am all about calling them out about it. It's important to let people know that, hey, this is wrong. You shouldn't do this because it can hurt your animal in this way. That's all super important. We need to do that. It's what holds us all accountable. That's super important. We need to make people hold themselves accountable for the mistakes that they're doing. And some of these people will hear that and they will fix their things, whether that's very slowly, and people tend to not be patient enough to really observe and see that they are fixing things slowly. And there are some people who just they hear that advice, they're not taking it, they're not fixing things, and they're just not being very good sponsors for the community, and they need to be shut down. You guys have done a good job in making those people, holding those people accountable, and shutting them down when they need to be shut down. Now, however, y'all are getting to be a little bit too much because if anybody is here watches Reptilian Garden, you've seen the recent video that she put out that people have come at her and calling her an animal hoarder and an animal abuser because of a situation with her recent condominium that she built for her animals. And it's important to hold people accountable. It's important to be like, hey, you did something wrong there. You might want to fix it. Okay? They may or may not have seen it. In this case, she might not have seen everything, but she did fix her. She did fix it. She fixed it. That's what makes her so much different than some of these other pet tubers out here who hear the criticism that is being given to them and don't fix the situation. She fixed it. So for everybody to start immediately jumping, not everybody, but whoever those people are that immediately jumped at her and started calling her an animal abuser and an animal hoarder, that's crap. It's BS, because so many of you guys have watched her for a very long time and have enjoyed her videos. And the moment that one thing showed up that might be wrong, all of a sudden she's a animal abuser and an animal hoarder. She wasn't an animal hoarder last week when you were watching her videos. All of a sudden something goes wrong and she's an animal hoarder. She's not an animal hoarder. An animal hoarder is somebody who has way too many animals that they cannot take care of properly. She has a lot of animals, yes, but she takes care of them properly. And when she makes a mistake, she fixes it immediately. That's what makes her a good animal keeper, regardless of how many animals she has. So, you guys want to call people out on their mistakes, that's all good and fine. That's important to do. But do not automatically start calling a person an animal hoarder and an animal abuser. That just really smears their name over a simple mistake that was quickly and easily fixed. Y'all really need to calm down and bring this down because you guys are just destroying the reptile community. There's just too much drama happening out there. You do a good job when you run out the right ones, and sometimes you're a little bit too hard on people who are making things right as time goes, because some fixes do take time, especially if you have a lot of animals. But the fact of the matter is, if you see a person that is working towards fixing those things, you got to give them credit for that. You can't keep smearing them through the mud. It's too much. Y'all are doing too much with calling everybody pet hoarders and animal abusers. Y'all are just doing too much, and you need to bring it down a little bit. Really hone in on things that need to be honed in on. Get those people out of here who are refusing to fix things, who are just being a really bad representation for the community. But don't just run out all the good people. I love Reptilian Garden. It's a beautiful channel, and she takes really good care of her animals. And anybody who says otherwise really just needs to check themselves, because nobody is perfect. There's not a single person in this hobby, no matter how long they've been in it, that has never made a mistake. And if you're sitting behind your keyboard acting like you're just this big mighty police officer that knows everything about animals, and you're acting like you've never made a mistake, get over yourself, because I bet you have. If you're saying that you haven't, then it means you're probably still making those same mistakes, and your animals are probably not in the best of care. So anyway, I don't want to keep ranting. There's enough drama in the world, but that really just upset me to see that would happen to her, because I know for a fact I've watched a lot of her videos, and she takes really, really good care of her animals, and she's not an animal hoarder. She's not an animal abuser. She fixed the problem. She took care of it like she was supposed to. And so anybody else who still has something to say after that really can just keep on going, because we don't really need you in this community. There's enough drama in the world. Call out people who need to be called out. Call out mistakes that people are making, even if they are a great pet tuber. And if they don't fix those mistakes, then you can maybe go a little further with being like, well, maybe you're not the best person to have that animal. But you just really need to calm down with all those labels, because you guys are smearing people's names, and it's not okay, it's not cool, and it needs to stop. Anyway, this is Tavian's World of Reptiles. I hope you guys are okay. I'm sorry that I had to rant like that, but it really just got my blood boiling. And I woke up feeling really good today. I did beat those ants. I've only seen like 5, by the way. But yeah, so anyway, I love you guys. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your reptiles, and y'all keep spreading those herbs and positivity.